The Villains under new manager Remy Gard were looking hopeful when they drew to strong competition Man City 0-0. They then lost their match to Everton 4-0, which would have been a blow for the team. And now they welcome 11th place Watford. And I think at the very least, I think we could see a draw, if not the first win for Remy. What do you think?
That's an interesting way of looking at things. They're desperate for a victory, Aston Villa. I think, Remy Gard hasn't quite galvanised them as much as they would have hoped. Bringing someone in from a foreign league like France doesn't often have the same effect as bringing a tried and tested Premiership manager. So they haven't exactly been difficult to break down. But Watford aren't the hardest team for them to have to face. I agree with you. I think this one could end up as a draw.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going to come to. I was going to say, for that reason, though, instead of taking Aston Villa, very nice price, 2.72, 888 Sport, I'm going to take Aston Villa plus 0.25 on the Asian handicap line, 1.63 Pinnacle. So basically, that covers the Aston Villa win. I get my money on that one. And then I get half of my money back if we get the draw. What do you think of that bet?
Sounds like a very interesting bet. I mean, I'm not sure how many Aston Villa fans would agree with you, given the form that they've shown this season. They're very long suffering, but for a neutral, that looks like an interesting bet. Watford aren't the greatest side going forwards. I could see this one being a stalemate, but yeah, if that's a good way of hedging your bets, then I agree.
Yeah. I actually learned about this bet today from Bernardo Baltazar at the Owl Tips. He told me this 0 plus 2.5. It's not one I've played before, and obviously, so you've kind of got yourself covered with the Aston Villa win and the draw. So it's a little bit like double chance, except with better value. I think the double chance was about 1.4. So this gives you odds of 1.63. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm quite proud of myself with that one. What's your bet for this match?
My bet for this match, I was going to say a draw, but yeah, that's one tip. But I would also recommend looking at Ighalo, who plays up front for Watford. He's been in deadly form this season. He has 7 Premiership goals already, and that's more than double what any other player on the pitch on Saturday will have scored. The most anyone in Aston Villa scored is 3 goals. And the way that Watford line up, you have Ighalo as the focal point of their attack. So he is their main threat and everybody's feeding balls into him. So I would suggest looking at Ighalo to score at any time. I think that's a fantastic bet in this game.
All right, fantastic. Martin Green, thank you for joining us.